risking my life, baby. Ignoring all the signs, I'm rolling the dice. Look what a sacrifice, it's crazy.
Getting loose, getting drunk, and falling in love with the weekend. I pray to God that tonight will never stop. We're going up, then we come down. Everybody's looking at me now. I'm gonna love you tonight with all I got. I don't have money, but I have fun. Staying at the parties, just trying to get some. And we gon' dance the night away, dance until the morning breaks. I don't have money, yeah, I got none. So what, we are young, so getting loose, getting drunk, and falling in love with the weekend. Waking up with my best friend. We're going up, then we come down. Everybody's looking at me now.
Why is the music so goddamn loud?
I don't have money, but I have fun.
Oh yeah.
Staying at the parties, just trying to get some. And we gon' dance the night away, dance until the morning breaks. I don't have money, yeah, I got none. So what, we are young, so I don't have money, yeah, I got none. So what, we are young. So what, we are young.
We got so much time, chasing morning light. Nothing on my mind, baby. Hit me like a shot. They say can we not? The party don't start till I'm here, baby.
Getting loose, getting drunk, and falling in love with the weekend. I pray to God that tonight will never stop. We're going up, then we come down. Everybody's looking at me now. I'm gonna love you tonight with all I got. I don't have money, but I have fun. Staying at the parties, just trying to get some. And we gon' dance the night away, dance until the morning breaks. I don't have money, yeah, I got none. So what, we are young.
Skipping the red lights, call it color blind. I'm risking my life, baby. Ignoring all the signs, I'm rolling the dice. Look what a sacrifice, it's crazy.
Getting loose, getting drunk, and falling in love with the weekend. I pray to God that tonight will never stop. We're going up, then we come down. Everybody's looking at me now. I'm gonna love you tonight with all I got. I don't have money, but I have fun. Staying at the parties, just trying to get some. And we gon' dance the night away, dance until the morning breaks. I don't have money, yeah, I got none. So what, we are young, so getting loose, getting drunk, and falling in love with the weekend. Waking up with my best friend. We're going up, then we come down. Everybody's looking at me now.
Why is the music so goddamn loud?
I don't
so much time chasing morning light. Nothing on my mind, baby. Hit me like a shot. They say tell me not. The party don't start till I'm here, baby.
Getting loose, getting drunk, and falling in love with the weekend. I pray to God that tonight will never stop. We're going up, then we come down. Everybody's looking at me now. I'm gonna love you tonight with all I got. I don't have money, but I have fun. Staying at the parties, just trying to get some. And we gon' dance the night away, dance until the morning breaks. I don't have money, yeah, I got none. So what, we are young.
Skipping the red lights, call it color blind. I'm risking my life, baby. Ignoring all the signs, I'm rolling the dice. Look what a sacrifice is crazy.
Getting loose, getting drunk, and falling in love with the weekend. I pray to God that tonight will never stop. We're going up, then we come down. Everybody's looking at me now. I'm gonna love you tonight with all I got. I don't have money, but I have fun. Staying at the parties, just trying to get some. And we gon' dance the night away, dance until the morning breaks. I don't have money, yeah, I got none. So what, we are young, so getting loose, getting drunk, and falling in love with the weekend.
Waking up with my best friend.
We're going up, then we come down. Everybody's looking at me now.
Why is the music so goddamn loud?
I don't have money, but I have fun.
Oh yeah.
Staying at the parties, just trying to get some. And we gon' dance the night away, dance until the morning breaks. I don't have money, yeah, I got none. So what, we are young, so what, so I don't have money, yeah, I got none. So what, we are young. So what, we are young.
We got so much time chasing morning light. Nothing on my mind, baby. Hit me like a shot. They say tell me not. The party don't start till I'm here, baby.
Getting loose, getting drunk, and falling in love with the weekend. I pray to God that tonight will never stop. We're going up, then we come down. Everybody's looking at me now. I'm gonna love you tonight with all I got. I don't have money, but I have fun. Staying at the parties, just trying to get some. And we gon' dance the night away, dance until the morning breaks. I don't have money.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome a man who has just eaten 2/3 of a underdone yet piping hot frozen pizza. It's Lewis Jones. You're too kind. Too kind, those people. Hello, I hope you're well. You've interrupted me. I was eating a pizza. That's my fault. It took a long time to prepare today. I didn't get inspo for a long time. Just wasn't coming to me. Just was not coming to me. It's there now. It's written. It's done. It's on the page. We're going to have a lovely old quizzing time, I hope. But at least for the first round, I will be thinking about the 2 slices of pizza that I've got left. Sorry, guys. You won't be my priority during pizza time. But we will see. Oh, well. Hope you're all well. Love to everyone in the comments. Yaroslav's ready to rock. Adam's ready to rock and roll. Love it. Love to see it. That is beautiful. Been an okay week for me. You know how it can be. Strange times. Still strange times we're living in. Maybe coming to the end. Maybe too soon. Dangerously so, but coming to the end. I had a very quiz-heavy week. I think I did a quiz pretty much every night for over a week. I did a quiz, which is a lot. Saturday night, I stayed up until 3 a.m. doing a quiz in the United States of America, which was a lot of fun. Big love to the guys I did that with. In America, they write quiz questions really differently. It's really interesting. It's like, ooh, hello, I'm running a thing. It's very strange. I can't even do an example of it because it's just different to what I know. Yaroslav says he just ate deep fried brie pieces with a spiced chicken steak. Looks and sounds delicious. I've had some pizza. It's less good. If you're late on, I've had some pizza, but not all of it, and I'm thinking about that pizza. Diego says, red is your colour, Lewis. Looking good. Very kind, Diego. Thank you very much. Normally, I dress up for this. I wear a shirt. Tonight, I'm just wearing a t-shirt and shorts. I hope that is okay. We'll see. Oh, well. I can't hear you very well. People in the thing, let me know if you can hear me. If you can't, holler. Holler if you can't hear me. I will pop into my system preferences quickly. This is why we do this, isn't it? That's why I have this little bit at the start. I'm going to pop myself up a little bit more. Miz, who said, I did that quiz with on Saturday, says it technically was trivia. They call it trivia. Bar trivia. It's a less good name. Sorry, America. But it's been good. We're going to do a quiz. You know how it goes. I'm conscious of time. Obviously, with last week's gripping, nail-biting finale, we went a little bit long last week. I tried to work out a finale. This week, no such thing. We're gonna make this smooth as you like. Let's see. Let's pop a quiz open, shall we? Let me just press the right buttons that make me do that. Oh, here we are. There we are. Welcome to the quiz. So, how has it been? Well, big thing, of course, with my quiz, I do a bonus quiz. This quiz might not be enough for you. If you're a hardcore quiz fan, you can get another quiz from me. An email quiz of 10 questions in an Only Connect style. I send those out every Sunday afternoon. If you want to sign up for that, you can at this email address, tinyletter.com/recklessrapid. People are really enjoying them. You can have questions like this. What connects trust, love, coffee and Saab? If you're looking at those and you're thinking they're all current members of the UK cabinet with one letter changed, Truss, Gove, Coffee and Rob, then you should probably sign up. You're good. Who was this week's winner? It had been Pyro Tiger 2 weeks on the trot. Did Pyro Tiger make it a three-peat? No, afraid it didn't. We actually had our first 10 out of 10 on the Reckless Rapid email quiz. This week's winner is the Ryder Grantham clan. Well done to those wonderful families, combining in a trivia fountain, and a great win for them. I think they can be very proud of themselves. 10 out of 10, smashed it. This week also in the quiz, I wrote a question specifically for my mum and stepdad. They got that wrong. You know, it's hit and miss, isn't it? But oh well. How this quiz is going to work, it's going to be 5 rounds. There's going to be 10 questions each. Roughly, it'll be 1 round, then a little break at 8 for clapping, then 2 more rounds, a slightly longer break, and then 2 final rounds. Each round will have a separate Google form. You can find those Google forms below in the description of this video. You can also find them on the Facebook page. At the end of each round, you will submit your answers, and we'll mark them. Normally I have an assistant for that, but it's her birthday today, so I couldn't let her work on her birthday. So I'm going to be doing it all, adding to my stress. Hopefully it'll be fine. Whoever has the most points at the end wins. If there's a tie like there was last week, we'll rustle something fun up. And as always, it is vital, please remember, do not cheat. Say it with me. Cheats do prosper, but they're bell ends. Please never forget that. So, the prize. What did the team that won last week, shorthand job, what did they win last week? They won £50 English. Not too shabby. Where do we get that money from? You donate it, just like when you go to any quiz. You put a couple of quid in. Quid each, £5 a team, something like that. Just send me over a couple of quid. I'd really appreciate it. You don't have to, but if you do, that would be fantastic. You can do that at paypal.me/LJ47, or if you have my Monzo, you can just send me over on there. Send me a DM if you've got any questions about that as well. But really good. We give some of the money to the winners. I take a little bit for myself. Hey, what? And I will give the vast majority of the money to charity. I've got charities set up pretty much for the next month of us doing these quizzes, up until quiz 10. So, which is really, really great. Last week, we helped the Joshua Tarrant Trust, a Haverhill-based charity helping young children and teenagers with brain tumours. Gave them 100 quid, which is fantastic. This week, we're going to help Macmillan Cancer Support. Obviously, a big charity. I'm sure you're all aware of exactly what they do. We'll be doing that for slightly more personal reasons. I'm going to try not crying thinking about it. But Alice, my best friend who helps me every week with this quiz, not today, it's her birthday, asked if we could donate the money to Macmillan. Sadly, in February, her mum, Jan, died of breast cancer. It was the second time she had the disease. And she sadly passed. So she found Macmillan massive support. Surprised, actually, how much it supported her. Really helped her get through right to the end. And we'd like to help them out. So if you'd like to send us a couple of quid, please go to that PayPal address. Anyway, send to my chi. Let's get on with the quiz. There's no crying in quizzes. Just like in baseball, there's no crying in it. So hey, what are we going to do? Round one. This week, as you know, every week, round one, all the answers have the same 3 letters in. You may have noticed I'm doing it alphabetically each week. So this week it's a word beginning with a G, and that is gin. I had hoped to maybe have a gin with me, but I've just got a water because, again, I ran out of time. I felt very stressed this week. I don't know why. I didn't do anything with my life other than this quiz, but I did. So every answer, all of the answers in the first 10 questions will have gin in the answer. So let's get on with the quiz. Question number 1. First appearing in 1946, which children's character, created by the Reverend W. Awdry, resides on the Isle of Sodor? First appearing in 1946, which children's character, created by the Reverend W. Awdry, resides on the island of Sodor? Which is a fictional island between the UK and the Isle of Man. Interestingly, I found that in my research today. But, you know, don't overthink this one. It's a children's character with gin in it. That'll do you. Don't overthink it. Austin is correct in the chat. The collection is finally alcohol. Every week people say, "Oh, is the answer a drink?" At the end, it's finally a drink. It's the first round, but hey. Yaroslav in the chat says that the National Theatre's Frankenstein last week was amazing. I didn't see it last week. I did see it at the time, Yaroslav. I did enjoy it. I believe tonight is Antony Cleopatra. You can catch that on the National Theatre's thing all week, so why not the hell get into that? Vander says, wish has a gin now. Don't we all? Don't we all? That's cue number 1. Cue number 2. In 2005, Rolling Stone named which hypocritical dirge, a UK number 1, after its singer's death, the 3rd best song of all time. In 2005, Rolling Stone named which hypocritical dirge, a UK number 1, after its singer's death, the 3rd best song of all time. I believe the first 2 songs that they gave the position of best songs were Bob Dylan's Like a Rolling Stone and the Rolling Stones' Satisfaction, which, I mean, did the people at Rolling Stone just go, well, Rolling Stone's good, that's our magazine, put it there? And did they somehow forget Papa was a Rolling Stone? It's the only explanation I can think of. But what song came 3rd? It's a hypocritical dirge. I don't like it. I think it's bad. It's hypocritical and a dirge. If you can pass that information I'm sending to you, I'm sure you can work out the answer. That's question number 2. Question number 3. Which cyclist has won more medals, 8, than any other British Olympian? Which cyclist has won more medals than any other British Olympian with 8? I believe there are when you calculate who is the most successful in the tables, it actually goes on most golds first. So I think there are people that are listed as more successful, but in terms of individual medals won, I think a record of 5 gold or 1 silver, 2 bronze. Who is the most medalled British Olympian? We're good at Olympics. We're good at cycling, mostly because not every country can afford a velodrome. But if they could, I'm sure everyone would be popping up cycling everywhere. James S says for question number 2, do we need the song name or the artist too? Just the song name will be fine, please, James. That's the bit that has the gin in, so go for that. If you put the artist as well, I'm not going to penalise you, but you will need to have the name of the song to get the point. So that's question 3. Which cyclist has won more medals than any other British Olympian? Question number 4. Alec Guinness, Ron Moody and Ben Kingsley have all played which literary character on the big screen? Alec Guinness, Ron Moody and Ben Kingsley have all played which literary character on the big screen? Different adaptations of a book there, quite spread out over time, I think. Something like the 30s, the 60s and the 2000s. So spread across time, but they all played the same character, literary character. Who was that? And remember, gin is in the answer. I moved away from the mic to breathe in there, just like my hero Tay from the Chocolate Rain video. That was number 4. Alec Guinness, Ron Moody and Ben Kingsley all played which literary character on the big screen? Question number 5. Following their graduation at Hogwarts, which Harry Potter character went on to be a professional Quidditch player and sports journalist? Following their graduation at Hogwarts, which Harry Potter character went on to be a professional Quidditch player and sports journalist? Of course, within the fiction of the Harry Potter universe, not in real life. That wouldn't be a thing. Also, theoretically, I mean, in the thousands of years that Hogwarts has existed, many people have probably done that. I'm talking about specifically a character set in the modern day Harry Potter milieu, contemporary of the boy who lived himself. Up the Potter, says James S. People love the Potter. I'm always going to pop a Potter in each week. People love that boy. That is key number 5. Who became a Quidditch player and sports journalist? Question numero 6. Charleston is the capital of which US state mentioned in the lyrics of John Denver's Take Me Home, Country Roads? Charleston is the capital of which US state mentioned in the lyrics of John Denver's Take Me Home, Country Roads? One thing I have done this week is tried to complete the Sporkle quiz of naming all the state capitals by, well, the state capital comes up and then you have a picture of the United States and you have to click on the state without any borders and it disappears if you get it right, and I finally got that done. A really emotional moment in my life, as you could probably guess. I've, many a sleepless night staying up playing that game. Finally finished it. I can do the states, no bother, but adding that element of the state capitals. There's a Columbia and a Columbus. I mean, a bit of differentiation, guys, please. Anyway, that's number 6. Charleston is the capital of which US state mentioned in the lyrics of John Denver's Take Me Home, Country Roads? Question number 7. Brinjal is the term used in Indian cooking for which vegetable, popularly used euphemistically in emoji form? Brinjal is the term used in Indian cooking for which vegetable, popularly used euphemistically in emoji form? We've all done it. We've all sent it. We've all received it, haven't we? I'm sure you've got that one. I've tried to, give you some good ones this last week, I think all the rounds were very winnable, and then we had one really hard round. And I think this week I've tried to make the easier round slightly harder and then the harder round slightly easier. Hopefully we found a happy middle. We shall see. So that's number 7. Brinjal is the term used in Indian cookery for which vegetable? Question number 8. This classic fabric is a fabric in this pattern. You see it. You see a woman on the prairie wearing a dress made out of this fabric, calling out to her family for them to come home. She's made pancakes. I don't know. You can imagine it. What is the name of that fabric? What is the name of that fabric? Manchester United's 2012-2013 Premier League kit was inspired by this fabric, as I recall. The earliest one I can remember. Now, obviously, anytime a big team brings out a kit, it's like, oh, this kit's been inspired by the stuff that happened, like Manchester City's Hacienda-inspired kit, away kit this season. Of course, it's bollocks. It's marketing bump. It must be really fun for the people that get to write it and get to make that stuff up. But for me, this was an okay kit. I think it was the last time Man United won the league. Maybe, yeah. Van Persie's volley against Aston Villa. Maybe he was wearing this kit. But what is the name of that fabric? That's question 8. Question number 9. Which influential scientific text of 1859 is subtitled "Or the Preservation of Favoured Races in the Struggle for Life"? Which influential scientific text of 1859 is subtitled "Or the Preservation of Favoured Races in the Struggle for Life"? I'm sure you've all heard of it. You've probably not read it. My mum's just put Harry Potter ... in the chat. I don't know what that means, Mum, but good. Enjoying it. So that's number 9. Which scientific text of 1859 is subtitled "On the Preservation of Favoured Races in the Struggle for Life"? And question number 10. Born Virginia McMath, which dance partner of Fred Astaire is often said to have done everything that he did except backwards and in heels? Born Virginia McMath, which dance partner of Fred Astaire is often said to have done everything that he did except backwards in high heels? So that's your 10 questions for this round. I'm not going to repeat any. If you want to see them again, just scroll back on your YouTube bar and you will see them there. I'm going to give you 5 minutes or so to get those answers in, mostly while I eat my pizza. We'll then come back, reveal the answers, and then have a 5-minute break while everyone goes to applaud. What do you want to do in that little time? Please make sure you've answered every question. You know they all have gin in the answer, so guess. Write anything. As long as gin is in it, it might be right. Spell your team name correctly. If you could spell it correctly every single time, that's going to really help me in terms of answering making sure that they're all marked correctly and you're giving the right points. And then press submit. That will then come through to me and I can get marking on it. So I'll give you 3 or 4 minutes on that. We're back in a second.
You're the one for me. Think anybody could see. You make my heart skip a beat when I see you smiling, yeah. Promise I'll pick up the pieces when it hurts, for better or for worse. I'll give you every moment of my every night. I'll keep hold of your heart if you keep holding mine. My every second and my every day. What's mine is yours, isn't that what they say? Forever and always. Forever and always. My heart beats only for you. There's nothing in this world that I wouldn't do for me to stay next to you after all we've been through. Promise I'll pick up the pieces when it hurts, for better or for worse. I'll give you every moment of my every night. I'll keep hold of your heart if you keep hold in mine. My every second and my every day. What's mine is yours, isn't that what they say? Forever and always. Forever and always, yeah. Promise I'll pick up the pieces when it hurts, for better or for worse. I'll give you every moment of my every night. Keep hold of your heart if you keep holding mine. My every second and my every day. What's mine is yours, isn't that what they say? Forever and always. 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 You're the one for me. Think anybody could see. You make my heart skip a beat when I see you smiling, yeah. Promise I'll pick up the pieces when it hurts, for better or for worse. I'll give you every moment of my every night. I'll keep hold of your heart if you keep holding mine. My every second and my every day. What's mine is yours, isn't that what they say? Forever and always. Forever and always. My heart beats only for you.
Hey, we're back. I think that's hopefully enough time. I've not double checked that you've all put yours in like I normally do. Let me quickly look at that. I've not even created forms yet. I've googled the forms for water. I don't know what that means. I mean, there's ice, gas, water. Who knows? How many responses have we got? 47. I imagine there's a few more than that of you. Does that make sense? I don't think so. LJQQR1. Great, got some good answers. Love it. Love to see it. Love to see a few people involved who are definitely only here because I've made you feel bad about it. That's what it should be. Yaroslav's just got his in. I don't know if we have a Dan Harling tonight. I have. Dan Harling. Dan Harling, more than half the people got their answers in before Dan Harling. Insane. I don't know what this world is. But, love to see it. Love to see it. We've got about 60 teams in tonight by the looks of it, which is great. So let's take a look at what the answers are. Where are they? They're over here. Gin's answers. They are Q number 1. First appearing in 1946, which children's character created by the Reverend W. Audrey resides on the Isle of Soda? That, of course, is my brother's favourite when he was a kid, Thomas the Tank Engine. Creepy little Thomas the Tank Engine. I don't know if my cousin James is playing, but apparently when my cousin James was young, he was terrified of Gordon. I can't blame him. Number 2, in 2005, Rolling Stone named which hypocritical dirge the third best song of all time? It was Imagine by John Lennon. Imagine there's no heaven. You're a multi-millionaire, John. You used to beat your wife, John. Come on, mate. If I wanted to listen to someone sing a song about peace, it'd be the Dalai Lama. He hasn't got the pipes for it, but hey, what are you going to do? Third best song of all time. Overrated. Number 3, which cyclist has won more medals than any other British Olympian? That is Sir Bradley Wiggins. Of course, he was also the first Brit to have won the Tour de France. An impressive feat. We win it all the time now, though, so boring. Number 4, Alec Guinness, Ron Moody and Ben Kingsley have all played which literary character on the big screen? They've all played Fagin from Oliver Twist. Number 5, following their graduation at Hogwarts, which Harry Potter character went on to be a professional Quidditch player and sports journalist? That was Ginny Weasley. I'll, of course, also accept Ginevra Weasley. I'll also just accept Ginny, to be honest. Married Harry Potter in the end. Good for them. Number 6, Charleston is the capital of which US state? Mentioned in the lyrics of John Denver's Take Me Home Country Roads. That is West Virginia. Almost heaven, West Virginia. Number 7, brinjal is the term used in Indian cooking for which vegetable? Used as an emoji, euphemistically. That, of course, is the aubergine. Number 8, what is the name of this fabric? As I spoke about, used in the Manchester United kit earlier last decade. That is gingham. Number 9, which influential scientific text is subtitled that long thing? I'm not going to reread it. It's On the Origin of the Species by old Charlie Darwin. We're monkeys, aren't we? And number 10, born Virginia McMath, which dance partner of Fred Astaire, often said to have done everything he did except backwards and in heels. Of course, that was Ginger Rogers. Those are the answers to round 1. So I am going to give us a couple minutes, 5 minutes, so you can go clap at 8 p.m. Enjoy that. I hope everyone, things are getting better. Everyone's done their job. Things are getting better. Hopefully we can still pay them more money, but for now, let's give them a bit of thanks via applaud. And we'll come back in round 2. Of course, it's going to be Answer Smash, and it's going to be on cocktails. So that'll be fun. See you in a couple.
You know my name, but you don't know me. I know your face, the way that your eyes are glowing. Not sure who you are. You should let me get to know it. Cause this won't start if you don't let yourself show it. So won't you notice me? How much more obvious can I be? Whoa, look and see, you're the only one I need. When you're walking past me, don't look right through me. Need you to look real deep. Notice me, how much more obvious can I be? Whoa. Why do you see through me? Cause I'm right here. Open your eyes and see clearly. Not sure who I am. Well, give me a chance to show you. Cause it's whoa, look and see, you're the only one I need. When you're walking past me, don't look right through me. Need you to look real deep. Notice me, how much more obvious can I be? Whoa. Notice me. So won't you notice me? How much more obvious can I be? Whoa, look and see, you're the only one I need. When you're walking past me, don't look right through me. Need you to look real deep. Notice me, how much more obvious can I be? Whoa. When you're walking past me, don't look right through me. Need you to look real deep. Notice me, how much more obvious can I be? Whoa. You know my name, but you don't know me. I know your face, the way that your eyes are glowing. Not sure who you are. You should let me get to know it. Cause this won't start if you don't let yourself show it. So won't you notice me? How much more obvious can I be? Whoa, look and see, you're the only one I need. When you're walking past me, don't look right through me. Need you to look real deep. Notice me, how much more obvious can I be? Whoa. Why do you see through me? Cause I'm right here. Open your eyes and see clearly. Not sure who I me a chance to show you. Cause this won't start if the real me doesn't shine through. So won't you notice me? How much more obvious can I be? Whoa, look and see, you're the only one I need. When you're walking past me, don't look right through me. Need you to look real deep. Notice me, how much more obvious can I be? Whoa. Notice me. So won't you notice me? How much more obvious can I be? Whoa. Look and see, you're the only one I need. When you're walking past me, don't look right through me. Need you to look real deep. Notice me, how much more obvious can I be? Whoa. When you're walking past me, don't look right through me. Need you to look real deep. Notice me, how much more obvious can I be?
Hey, we're back. Hope you enjoyed clapping. I've taken a look at the scores. Good stuff. Really very solid from everyone. We've got about 230 people playing tonight, which is great. Numbers are slightly declining. Does it hurt me in a very real emotional way? Yes. So, subscribe to my YouTube, share the event on Facebook, write your own message, make it personal, say, hey guys, come to this quiz. I really appreciate it. I'd like to get us to 300. That would like to be my goal by the end of this whole thing. But anyway, in the chat I see Tom Ives says first time out of 10. Well done, Tom. I know you've been doing it for a few weeks. That is great. Freddie asks, what's people's favourite cocktail? Yaroslav says vodka beer. Great choice. It's not coming up in the cocktail round you're about to see, but I love it. And yeah, a lot of people did put Virginia instead of West Virginia. Sorry, guys, you're wrong. They're different states. They're next to each other. West Virginia is a really weird shape. I can never find it. But also, we did have a question in this round that everyone got right, which I don't think has happened yet, which was aubergine. So really well done, everyone there. That's fantastic. And big shout out to the main man, Dr. Samuel A. Pilcher, who put John as his answer for nearly every question in that round, which John doesn't have gin in it. So sadly not right, Sam. I wish it was, but sadly not. Anyway, we're on to round 2. As always, it's Answer Smash. And as I said, this week is cocktails. So click on the link down below for the second second Google form, so you can answer your answers in this one for round 2. How's this work? I'm sure everyone is used to it now. We've all seen a bit of Richard Osman's House of Games. They're repeating them at the moment. Some great episodes from Series 1. But if not, this is how it goes. You see a cocktail like that. You go, okay, I think I know what that cocktail is. And then below that, you see a question. The question here being, which song from Disney's Frozen won Best Original Song at the 2014 Oscars? Well, that drink is just a delicious combination of gin and lime juice. That's a gimlet. The song from Frozen, of course sung by the wickedly talented one and only Adele Dazeem, is Let It Go. You put them together and you get the answer, Gimlet It Go. Gimlet It Go. I think I've chosen cocktails which are very visually strong, ones that you can definitely say, yeah, that without a doubt is that drink. But I'll give a couple of clues here and there, just in case you need a bit of a push. But again, I think I've got the difficulty correct in this round. We'll see. We will see. Anyway, let's go. Question number 1 in this round. That one. It's got loads of mint in it. I'm not a big fan of this one because it's just like drinking a garden. I first had one. I was 17 years old. It was my girlfriend at the time's 18th birthday at the River Bar in Cambridge. It was a joint birthday with a couple of other people, including the daughter of the excellent mathematics professor, Sir David Spiegelhalter. And they, these were knocking about. I had a sip, tasted like a garden. Didn't like it. But hey, you might like them. Up to you. And combine that drink with which cartoon duo who made their first appearance in 1940 share their names with the male leads from The Good Life? Which cartoon duo who made their first appearance in 1940 share their names with the male leads from The Good Life? Take the name of the cocktail, take the answer to that question, put them together. That's the answer you've got to give me. There are no half points, you need both bits to get a score here. Drinking the mojito was not the worst part of that night, though. The worst part of that night was Stephen Hughes was DJing, legend, and me and him were going, yeah, we got to put something on like really special that's going to blow people's minds. And we decided that people would really love Don't Stop Moving by Club 7, because why wouldn't they? It's a hit, it's a dance floor filler. We put it on, and just the holier than thou kids at this bloody party were like, come on. And me and Stephen knew it was a hit. But, you know, you can't tell people sometimes about the magic of S Club, but they just have to learn it for themselves. So that's question 1. Combine that drink and the name of the cartoon duo. Question number 2. Take this one, a classic, one of my faves. I think the first time I had one of these was in a cocktail bar I don't remember the name of in Lincoln. Definitely on 2 for 1 night. And it was too powerful for me, to be honest, that night. And also, the person took ages making it. But it's the favourite of Don Draper and Mad Men, and I just wanted to be like Don Draper, don't we all? Take that drink and combine it with Heriot Watt University is based in which Scottish city? Heriot Watt University is based in which Scottish city? That is question number 2. A strong flavour sensation. On to number 3. This one, a creamy, delicious delight. Combine that one, of course, the favourite of the dudes in The Big Lebowski. Combine that with which ex-footballer is Arsenal's second highest goal scorer ever, scoring 185 goals in 288 appearances. Which ex-footballer is Arsenal's second highest goal scorer, scoring 185 goals in 288 appearances? I believe his record lasted 5 or 6 years until it was taken over by Thierry Henry in 2005, who sure could put a goal away. But who was this other footballer? Now a guy you'll see in the media a lot, we're all a fan of. Combine the two. Got a couple messages here from people. Plumridge, in the first round, will I accept Origin of Species? Yeah, I've given, as long as Origin of Species are in the title, I pretty much gave it to everyone. Jake says, forgot to submit answers, have mercy. I have given you mercy, Jake, don't you worry, got those in late. Mum says I said the answer. I don't know which answer I said, Mum, and I probably did, to be honest. I went on a bit of a tangent. My apologies. But hey, you know, I didn't give you both bits. You still got some working out to do. And I'm not giving you this one, and that's all that matters. So that's question number 3. On to question number 4, from that creamy, delicious delight, onto this one. Question number 4. I think I first had one of these at the Waterman in Cambridge, miss it dearly. We'd gone, they had a deal for like free ones of these with your roast dinner. And we went, and then they were like, oh yeah, but you have to do this jumping through hoops to get it. It was like, well, that's not what it said. It didn't say jump through hoops on the sign. We were just following what the sign says, mate. And luckily, we got them. So it worked out. Didn't love it, though. Not my favourite drink. But you get a free bit of celery, and who doesn't want that? That's just a treat. So combine that drink with which US singer's highest charting UK single was a 2006 collaboration with U2 on a version of their song One. Which US singer's highest charting UK single was a 2006 collaboration with U2 on a version of their song One, which I think was originally on Actum Baby, if I'm talking U2 to you. People in the chat saying, again, like my mum did, that I said an answer. Again, my apologies, guys, but I didn't say both bits. Diego, Origin of the Species, I've given you the point. Origin of the Species were the two things I was looking for. David Hale says, Heriot what? Yes, I study there. Love to hear it, David Hale. That's a question straight for you. I didn't know I was making it for you, but you got it, baby. Josie says, good Don Draper clue, thank you, you're welcome. And Vanda says, I love this round. My love for booze may have something to do with it. Seems likely, but hey, who doesn't enjoy a bit of booze? I would very much like a drink right now myself, but Gonna have to make do. I've got a fruit pastel lolly in the fridge. I might have that in the break. That'll be as good as booze for me this evening. So that's number 4. Combine those two. Question number 5. This cocktail, I believe this has already come up in the quiz in an earlier week, if I recall correctly. I believe it did. Distinctive metal glass that it comes in. I think I had one of these in the vaults at Cambridge the first time I had one. Might have been when it was 2648. It was very cold in my hand. Too cold. It doesn't really work. You're supposed to have them like in the summer in the south. Didn't really work. I think it was for Charlotte's birthday, so it was October. Probably too cold for it. But we'd won a voucher for tab at the vaults on a Game of Thrones quiz, so it made sense. But combine that drink with which creature of Irish folklore is said to hide a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow? Which creature of Irish folklore is said to hide a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow? Diego says, so far we've had a love to see it and a love to hear it. Will we get a love to smell it, love to taste it? We can hope so. I mean, I would love to taste this drink. Love to taste it. Love to smell it. Probably not. But maybe next week, I can work out on some sort of sensory quiz for us all. We'll see. We'll see what happens then. The legend is Pyro Tiger says slush puppy. Yeah, I mean, basically, yeah. Delicious bourbon slush puppy. It's been a long time since I had a slush puppy. And you remember getting a slush puppy at Rollerberry in Bury St Edmunds? Chat, if you're in the chat and you remember Rollerberry in Activity World, sound off. Great days. That's number 5. Number 6. This one of my favourites. Mostly because I really like the cherries. My favourite sort of cherry. And also, I pretty much drink one of these every Christmas and quote a line of The Simpsons about it. So if anyone here who just pays attention to my Twitter account will know. Combine that drink with which African nation is home to both the continent's highest mountain and largest lake? Which African nation is home to both the continent's highest mountain and largest lake? What a combo. Harry X says roller disco. Oh my god, loved it. Never got to go down the spiderwebs. I think I did go down the spiderwebs. I remember being extremely scared of the vertical slide, and looking back, it must have been 6 foot tall. Not particularly scary. I've got a lovely picture of me, my cousin Ben, and my cousin Charlie at Activity World somewhere. I don't know if you're in there. Dawn, who's playing, love to have you, Dawn. Glad you're here. Dawn and me were once on the hit TV show Two Tribes Together, a great show. She says she still lives in Bury St Edmunds. It's a great place to be. Great place to be. Love the what's that building called? The Apex. Though when I worked at the Junction, they did some frankly rude messaging in an email, in an advertisement about it. Matthews, who's watching, will remember that better than me, I'm sure. But I miss Rollerberry, and I think about it all the time. I couldn't roller skate. I was very much an Activity World purist, but still. Anyway, that's enough about reminiscing about being a child in the 90s in West Suffolk. Let's move on to the next question. So that was number 6. Combine that cocktail with the African nation, home to the continent's highest mountain and largest lake. Number 7. Take this bad boy. This one's definitely an aperitif. Very pop. It's quite a trendy drink. It does contain Aperol or whatever the other. What's the just non-brand Aperol called? The one that's more red. Martini Rosso. I'm not even sure what it is, but this is nice. It's got that bitterness. It's supposed to make you hungry. It's only ever made me drunk. I think I first had one of these at Meat Liquor in Leeds. Opening night. Had 50% off everything. Got very drunk. A real great day. Combine that drink with the influential FPS video game GoldenEye 007 was released in 1997 exclusively for which console? The influential FPS, that's first-person shooter, video game GoldenEye 007 was released in 1997 exclusively for which console? I'd like one now. I can't deny it. I would. Just making more spreadsheets so I can mark this bad boy in a minute. Who knew there was so much work in it? A problem shared really is a problem halved. There we are. That's question number 7. Combine the console that GoldenEye 007 was on with that delicious aperitif. Number 8. These tropical bad boys. I'd love one of these right now. You can combine one of these with a strawberry daiquiri to make a Miami Vice, which tastes like an alcoholic strawberry split. And it's one of the best things I've ever drunk in my life. These on their own are very nice, but add that daiquiri, you've got a party. First had a Miami Vice in Derby's Revolution de Cuba. A glory era. But anyway, combine that delicious drink. You can see what flavours are in it from the picture. Combine that drink with which woman, the daughter of Lord Byron, is credited as being the first computer programmer? Which woman, the daughter of Lord Byron, is credited as being the first computer programmer? She popped up in the most recent series of Doctor Who, I believe. I think it was episode 2. Not a particularly great series for me. But you know, what are you going to do? Just got to enjoy it, haven't you, really? When I previously mentioned winning a Game of Thrones voucher in 2648 or the Vaults, my sister wants you to know that she won half that voucher. She did. And she says she never got a sip, but she was literally there that evening at that party, and I'm pretty sure me and her had cocktails. So, I don't know. We also did win a bottle of mead, which we are yet to drink. But we'll hopefully get around to it. That's question number 8. Combine that drink with the woman who is credited as being the first computer programmer. Question number 9. This one. There's something about this drink which is nice. Like it is fruity and it does get you drunk, particularly because it does come with a shot of Prosecco. But it also is gross. Really quite gross. Particularly if you drink it in a Revs. Last time I had one of these was about March last year in Sheffield Revs, before I moved here. But last time I came up before I moved here. And I did not feel good. Acidy. But of course that lovely half passion fruit does make you feel it's fancy. The name, of course, not fancy. Maybe that's a clue for you. But you'll need both words to get the answer. There's 2 words, or possibly 3 words, depending on how you split one word. But hey. Combine that drink with what business term, also known as a stock market launch, often goes by the initials IPO? What business term, also known as a stock market launch, often goes by the initials IPO? That's question 9. Plumridge let me know they've got an extra team member now. You don't need to do that. I'm not paying attention to the team numbers really when you submit your team numbers on the first sheet. I'm just basically doing it for me to have a rough number of how many people are playing, because I like to know and weep every week when the number gets lower. Why can't I get higher once? I've done as much as I can, It's up to you guys now. You've got to, spread the word. I know some of you playing tonight are here because the word has been spread, and I love that, and I love you for being here. But, spread it out. Why not? Paige says, not sure if we're alcoholics or just very knowledgeable in this round. I think you know the answer, don't you, Paige? I think you know the answer. But really hoping you guys can get on the second page of the results tonight. So that's question 9, and the last question in this round is question number 10. This is a very, very boozy drink. I think it's got 4 or 5 different white spirits in it. Not white spirit, the stuff that helps you get paint off things. But not dark spirits, not brown spirits. Rum, vodka, tequila, I think's in it, and another one, vodka, maybe, with some Coke and some lemon juice. So get that drink and combine it with which British band never had a UK number 1 but had 2 US chart toppers with Shout and Everybody Wants to Rule the World. Which British band never had a UK number 1 but had 2 US chart toppers with Shout and Everybody Wants to Rule the World? 2 hits of the 80s, mega hits. They slap, as the kids say now. Combine those 2, and that is your last answer for that round. I can see Leonie Burns, she's already got her answers in. She's on top of this. I know that Team Lewis Jones in the fast lane want to get a second star on their shirts. I'm assuming that they're wearing kit for this. Anyway, so that's everything in round number 1. I'll give you a few more minutes to get the last ones of those through. Remember, make a guess. Even if you only know one half, you might as well guess the other bit because you might be right. You never know. Spell your team name correctly as you did first time. That will help me so much. Then press submit. Come through in a couple of minutes and we'll give you the answers to these questions. See you in a moment.
To the bottom of the bottle, my head spinning like the lotto. You know I'm trying to keep it subtle, just trying to drown my sorrows. So I take another shot now, try to wash all of this pain down. Everything's blurred, it's all the same now. Easier for me to shut the pain out. I'd rather be wasted than waste my life with you. Fed up with these old faces, just looking for something new. So I drown all of my sorrows, try to drink away tomorrow. Cause I'd rather be wasted than to waste my love on you. It's getting late, can't wash this taste down. Got this bitter taste inside my mouth. Everything's dark and all the same now. Need a way to let the pain out. Found my serenity asleep. I woke, I always thought that you would catch me, but now the odds are stacked against me. I guess I have to set myself free. I'd rather be wasted than waste my life with you. Fed up with these old faces, just looking for something new. So I drown all of my sorrows, try to drink away tomorrow. Cause I'd rather be wasted than to waste my love on you. Oh, I'd rather be wasted than waste my life with you. Fed up with these old faces, just looking for something new. So I drown all of my sorrows, try to drink away tomorrow. Cause I'd rather be wasted than to waste my love on you. Than to waste my love on you. Than to waste my love on you. To the bottom of the bottle, my head spinning like the lotto. You know I'm trying to keep it subtle, just trying to drown my sorrows. So I take another shot now, try to wash all of this pain down. Everything's blurred, it's all the same now. Easier for me to shut the pain out. I'd rather be wasted than waste my life with you. Fed up with these old faces, just looking for something new. So I drown all of my sorrows, try to drink away tomorrow. 'Cause I'd rather be wasted, wasted, wasted than to waste my love on you. It's getting late, can't wash this taste down. Got this bitter taste inside my mouth. Everything's dark and all the same now. Need a way to let the pain out. Found my serenity asleep. I woke, I always thought that you would catch me. But now the odds are stacked against me. I guess I have to set myself free. I'd rather be wasted than waste my life with you. Fed up with these old faces, just looking for something new. So I drown all of my sorrows, try to drink away tomorrow.
Okay, I think that's about enough time for you all. I seem to have got everyone in. Some good answers, some good questions that a lot of people got right, and then, as always, just a couple here and there. But I think the standard is generally pretty good. We need about 5 more answer sheets in, please, if you could do that. A lot of people in the chat talking about Rollerberry, love to see it. Keith Penn, very happy memories of weekly lessons with my son at Rollerberry. We got certificates. Beautiful, love that. Pirate Tiger says, don't listen to Lewis, old fashions are amazing. I agree they're amazing, Pirate Tiger. It's just the first time I had one it was bad. Since I've made my own, delicious. And a lot of people just seem to be very happy, and alcohol clearly is their answer. It's helped them out. I hope everyone has had a few this evening, especially with it being the bank holiday tomorrow. As a wise man once said, alcohol, the solution to and cause of all of life's problems. What a guy that guy was. Anyway, let's see. Okay, pretty much I think I've got everyone in. I started marking a little bit, but I'll get into that more and do that more during the break. So let's see what the answers were in those rounds. Let me show you I've got to show you the thing, I know. There it is. So, Q numero 1. This one, it's a rum-based cocktail, I think, from Cuba. That rings a bell. They love rum over there. Too minty for me. Of course, is a mojito. And the cartoon duo who share their names with the male leads from The Good Life is Tom and Jerry, so it's Tom and Jerry. Tom and Jerry. I think everyone pretty much got that one right. Number 2, this delicious treat, Pirate Tiger, I know, is a big fan, is an old-fashioned, and Heriot-Watt University is based in Edinburgh. Old-fashioned Edinburgh. You know what I mean. It's there. You can see it. Number 3, this creamy coffee treat, big treat for the dude in the Big Lebowski, is a White Russian, and the ex-footballer who's Arsenal's second highest goal scorer of all time is Ian Wright. So it's White Russian Wright. White Russian Wright. White Russian Wright. I'm happy with that one. Difficult to say, but fun. This one is made from tomato juice. Don't let that put you off. It still can be quite nice. It's obviously a Bloody Mary, and the US singer who had a highest UK hit, I think it was the number 2 single in 2006, with a cover of U2's One, was Mary J. Blige. The answer, Bloody Mary J. Blige. Bloody Mary J. Blige. What's she like? Number 5, a lot of people went slightly wrong on this thing. A lot of people guessed Moscow Mule. Afraid that's not correct. This drink, it has come up in the quiz before in a question about the South of America. It was a connection round where all the answers were mint. All the answers are green. So mint, the mint in the top there, it's a mint julep. And the creature of Irish folklore is obviously a leprechaun. Mint juleprechaun. Mint juleprechaun. Number 6, this one, it's basically a martini but made with bourbon or whiskey, and I love them. Mostly because I get to do my favourite Simpsons quote, which is, "What have I done to deserve this flat, flavourless Manhattan?" Manhattan, lovely time. And the African nation home to the continent's highest mountain and largest lake is Tanzania. Manhattanzania. Lovely stuff. Number 7, this aperitif made with Aperol. Of course, everyone's on the Aperol Spritz nowadays. But this is a more potent version with gin and vermouth, white vermouth, Italian vermouth in it as well. I like to have an Americano, which is the same but without the vermouth. No, without the gin. Replace the gin with fizzy water. Very refreshing. That is a Negroni, and the FPS game GoldenEye 007 was released on which console? It was the Nintendo 64. Negro Nintendo 64. Number 8. This delicious flavoursome treat, tropical paradise, of course, a bit of pineapple, bit of coconut, is a pina colada. You like them, you like getting caught in the rain, I know you do. And the woman, the daughter of Lord Byron, credited as being the first computer programmer, was Ada Lovelace. Pina colada Lovelace. Not the best one to say out loud, but it works written down, and that's all that matters. Number 9, this quite a modern cocktail, trashy. I think actually this cocktail was invented. There's no need flavour wise for the shot of prosecco to come with it. They just some Soho bar that invented it just had some spare prosecco. But that is a porn star martini, and the business term, also known as an IPO, is an initial public offering. So the answer is porn star martinitial public offering for the hardcore. That one, I think. And number 10. This one, lots of different stuff going on in it. I think a lot of people get this one right. We've all been to a bar with a happy hour doing these. Las Iguanas, formerly Henry's, in Cambridge at Quayside. A classic spot. Is a Long Island iced tea. And the British band who had US hits with Shout and Everybody Wants to Rule the World was Tears for Fears. Long Island iced Tears for Fears. Enjoyable. I hope you had fun as well. So that's your lot. I'm going to get marking those in a while, but first we've got to do the music round. We'll then have a 10-minute or so break before doing the final 2 rounds. What are we going to do for round 3 this week? As you know, it's always the music round. I've been trying to do it in a way that means that I don't fall astray of Google's stringent copyright processes. So this week it's rapping. I'm going to be rapping for you. This is I think I did a round of these raps, the first quiz I ever did back in August 2013, when I first did a quiz, when the Collingwoods took over the Woolpack in Haverhill. I think this was the music round I did that first time, because we didn't have sound at the time for me to play music. We didn't have DJ Disco Dave, RIP, to help us out with the sound at the time. So I just did some rapping. So I'm going to be doing that for you again now. You'll be seeing and hearing my lyrical dexterity. I'm basically just going to be reading some rap lyrics. I will give you the year that the song came out. All you need to do is name the artist, not the song, name the artist for 10 songs. There's a couple maybe where there's a couple of artists. I'll just want the lead artist or the artist who is rapping in the original song. That should be fine. So I'm going to give 10 songs. You name the artist. You get a point for each. I hope that's all right. Normally you guys understand. You're pretty good with it. God says, good times, LJ. They were great times. I miss the Woolpack in those days. I miss all the people that died. A lot of people died that came to that quiz. Too many, to be honest. I hope it wasn't because of the quiz, but all people that I wouldn't have known without the quiz, and I was very glad to know them all. Sandy, what a man. Pimp Jonesy is my new rap name. Thanks, Charlie. I'm taking that on board. Anyway, let's get on with it. Number 1 for this round. This is a song from 2003. Let me get up the lyrics. Who originally rapped this? I got the rap patrol on the Gap patrol, foes that want to make sure my gasket's closed. Rap critics say, 'cause he's money cash hose. I'm from the hood, stupid, what kind of facts are those? If you grew up with holes in your zapatos, you'd celebrate the minute you was having dough. I'm like, Fuck critics, you can kiss my whole asshole. If you don't like my lyrics, you can press fast forward. Got beef with the radio. If I don't play their show, they don't play my hits. Well, I don't give a shit, so apologies for the rapping and the bad language in the rapping. More I'm apologetic for my poor quality of rapping than I am for the poor quality of the language, the poor language. I don't, I swear as much as anyone, but just in case, I apologise for you. Yaroslav says, don't be too fast, my listening is not superb. Yaroslav, you're a great listener, don't do yourself down. And I think there I did not, I'm not Twister. I'm not rapping at that speed. I can do Eminem's chorus from Forgot About Dre. That's not in the quiz. I think that's pretty much as fast as I can go. But that's a classic one. So that's number 1. Again, with all of these, if you need to do it again, you can go back. You can go back and see me rap all over again. Who did that from 2003? This next one from 2015. This is a bit more in the singy rap space, the line between the two. It was a big viral hit at the time. But ever since I left the city, you got a reputation for yourself now. Everybody knows and I feel left out. Girl, because you got me down, you got me stressed out. Because ever since I left the city, you started wearing less and going out more. Glasses of champagne out on the dance floor, hanging with some girls I've never seen before. The rapper there policing the choices of women who don't know him anything. Classic. Lucia Vargas Martinez says, that's just reading out loud. I'm pretty sure it's rapping, mate. I mean, it is, isn't it? I'm not claiming to be any rapper, and I think I would do no justice to these lyrics or any other lyrics if I were to rap them properly. So I'm trying to talk them with speed, a bit of speed. But I haven't got any beats. Lucia. I apologise for that. Maybe I can invest in some sort of beatbox, maybe a Casio keyboard from the early 2000s with a drum machine, with a button that says DJ. But not today. Maybe in the future. We'll see. That was question number 2. Who is the man telling women what they can do? Because he's a sad man. Number 3. This one from 2000. The year 2000, a glory time. I will wrap this one as it is because I feel much more comfortable with doing it. The original song is a collaboration between 2 people. I would just name the name of the artist who is rapping these lyrics in the song. But for me, this is one of the greatest raps of all time. I'm an honorary Sean Connery, born 74. There's only one of me, single-handedly raising the economy. Ain't no chance of the record copy dropping me. Press be asking, do I care for sodomy? I don't know. Yeah, probably. I've been looking for serial monogamy, not some bird that looks like Billy Connolly, but I'm down for ornithology. Grab your binoculars. Come follow me. Who originally rapped those lyrics? I'll give it a clue. Not a traditional rapper. But someone who raps often on a lot of their songs, sometimes to their cost. Tom says, can we have them twice? I'm not going to do them twice, Tom. Sorry. But in the 5 minutes, while I'm letting you put your final answers, you can just skip back and see them again. Hopefully that should be all right. As I said tonight, because it's just me as it is, I am worried about time. I'm worried I'm going to go over because I'm on my own. But hopefully we're right. Pirate Tiger says, did you know Watsky is raising money by rapping continuously ATM? I didn't know that. That's impressive. I'll check that out. So that was number 3. Who was rapping there? Number 4. This hit from 2005. Cutie the Bomb met her at a beauty salon with a baby Louis Vuitton under her underarm. She said, I can tell you rock, I can tell by your charm. Far as girls, you got a flock, and I can tell by your charm and your arm. But I'm looking for the one, have you seen her? My psychic told me she had an ass like Serena, Trina, Jennifer Lopez, 4 kids, and I got to take their bad asses to showbiz. A classic, a real classic there. Who originally said that? Cutie the Bomb met her at a beauty salon. From 2005. Got lovely message from Leonie Burns. Once again, we have a first for victory. Love to see it. That team are competitive, and it is beautiful. So that was number 4 from the year 2005. Next up, 2004. This one's one of my faves. Probably my favourite in this round. Maybe not as good as the number 3. I don't know. I've chosen some primo rap slices here. Some hot cuts. Anyway, here's number 5. So, when I looked at you standing there with your hoard, I was waiting in the queue looking at the board, wondering whether to have a burger or chips or what the shrapnel in my back pocket could afford. When I noticed out the corner of my eye, looking towards my direction, your eyes locked onto my course. I couldn't concentrate on what I wanted to order, which lost me my place in the queue I waited for. Yeah. I mean, that one was spot on. I'm not going to see you complaining in the chat about that one this year, I'm sure, because that one was as on the record. One of the best albums of all time for me. Just seeing, I've got a few more donations coming in. Thank you to everyone doing that. That is very much appreciated. Obviously, we know this week, if you were here at the start, I think I gave a pretty emotive plea for donating to this week's charity, which is Macmillan. So really appreciating those donations. Just a couple quid each. £5 a team, something like that would be lovely. So thank you very much for everyone who's done that so far. Onwards to question number 6, a real throwback from 1982. A great one. I remember this. I first learned about this song in year 6 on the Parkway Computers version of Encarta. And this was the verse that Encarta had, so that's why I'm doing it here. For this, I would like the name that's on the record, or the name of the specific rapper. Either or will do. My brother's doing bad, stole my mother's TV, says she watches too much, it's not healthy. All my children in the daytime, Dallas at night, can't even see the game or the Sugar Ray fight. The bill collectors, they ring my phone and scare my wife when I'm not home. Got a bum education, double-digit inflation, can't take the train to the job, there's a strike at the station. Neon King Kong standing on my back, can't stop to turn around, broke my scalariac. A mid-range migraine, cancered membrane, sometimes I think I'm going insane, I swear I might hijack a plane. That's to be honest, like early 80s rap, like the rap from the beginning of rap, where it's like, my name's Rapping Lewis and I'm here to say I'm doing a rap in a rapping way. That's much more my style than like a twister. But that's a classic one. Guard says bonus points for actual name. No, Guard, it's too complex for me. I have no system in order to give anyone bonus points, sadly. So just give me the answer. I would love to be able to, give people bonus points. I'd love to have multi-point questions. I love a multi-point question. But it does not really work in the system that I'm working with at the moment. Maybe in the future. Maybe that's technology that the government can create for us. But I doubt it, because they're useless. Anyway, that's number 6. Onwards to number 7. 2015. Of all the songs on here, this is the one that I'm least aware of. I think all the others I know. But this one, I'm aware of the video, but I don't think I've actually ever heard it. So, maybe that will affect my version of it. We don't know. Anyway, man try say he's better than me. Tell my man, shut up. Mention my name in your tweets. Oi, rude boy, shut up. How can you be better than me? Shut up. Best in the scene. Look at my man. Tell my man, look. That one's short, so I will repeat that. Man try say he's better than me. Tell my man, shut up. Mention my name in your tweets. Oi, rude boy, shut up. How can you be better than me? Shut up. Best in the scene. Tell my man, look. Voice of a generation. That's number 7. Tom Ive says you're acing it. Thank you very much, Tom. Very kind. Trying to mix it up every week. Because I'm trying to avoid the copyright stuff, I have to do something different. And I don't want it just to be me playing songs every week on the old guitar. Got to create some variation. I think this is doing it. We'll do it. We'll see what happens next week. If there is a next week. Maybe we'll all be outside in pubs next week. Who knows? That's question number 7. Question number 8 from 1995. What a year. What a year it was. Another classic. So this one I think has a couple of featured artists, but for this one you can just give me the main artist. That would do. As I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I take a look at my life and realise there's not much left, because I've been blasting and laughing so long that even my mama thinks my mind is gone. But I ain't never crossed a man that didn't deserve it. Me be treated like a punk, you know that's unheard of. I'll do that one again, sure. As I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I take a look at my life and realise there's not much left, because I've been blasting and laughing so long that even my mama thinks my mind is gone. But I ain't never crossed a man that didn't deserve it. Me be treated like a punk, you know that's unheard of. A classic, we all know it. Pirate Tiger says, okay, I know nothing about rap, but I reckon we're getting 1 or 2 here, and that means this is either a brilliant or dreadful round. Quite purposefully, Pirate Tiger, I've not gone deep on rap. I mostly looked at the most successful rap singles of all time and went with those and tried to, and then some older ones and some newer ones. That was basically my thinking. Got to make it accessible. Not everyone's heard of rap, but not everyone's heard rap, but everyone's heard of rap. And hopefully you can make a guess with the years. That's my hope. So that was question number 8. Question number 9, the penultimate rap in this question, 2003. I'll only do this one once, I think. This one, you'll know this one. This was a hit, massive hit. You think you've got it. Oh, you think you've got it, but got it just don't get it when there's nothing at all. We get together. Oh, we get together, but separate's always better when there's feelings involved. I don't know how he continues that. Know what they say, it's nothing lasts forever, but then what makes love the exception? So why are we still in denial when we know we're not happy here? You know that one. A mega hit, babe, way back from 2003. My mum wanted to buy the single, she ended up buying the whole album. I think mostly because it was cheaper, but she loved that single. So that was question 9. And finally in this round, Lucia's back. She says, can you do a reggaeton round next time? I mean, I can try. Definitely not in my wheelhouse, but, got to mix it up. Who doesn't love a bit of reggaeton? And finally, on this one, on to question number 10. Leonie says, where are the women, Lewis? And she's not wrong. I think this round contains no raps by women. And I can only apologise. I was balancing my hope. I wanted songs that everyone might know. They had a better chance of knowing. Of course, the way that the music industry and the way the world works means that does cut out some women. As you'll see in many of my other rounds, I do try and make a 50-50 balance of those two things, Leonie. This time, sadly, wasn't as possible as I'd like it to be. My apologies for that. I hope I can do better in future. Anyway, that was question 9. And then finally in this round, question number 10. From 1990, the year I was born, another classic from that year. I don't even need the lyrics for this one, I just know them. Alright, stop, collaborate and listen. Ice is back with a brand new invention. Something grabs hold of me tightly, fly like a harpoon daily and nightly. Will I ever stop? Yo, I don't know. Turn off the lights and it'll glow. To the extreme, I rock a mic like a vandal, light up the stage and wax a chump like a candle. Who's that? Because I did that one quickly, I'll do that again. Alright, stop, collaborate and listen. Ice is back with a brand new invention. Something grabs a hold of me tightly, fly like a harpoon daily and nightly. Will I ever stop? Yo, I don't know. Turn off the lights and I'll glow. To the extreme, I rock a mic like a vandal, light up the stage and wax a chump like a candle. There you are. Those are your 10 raps for that round. I'm going to give you 5 minutes, so until 5 minutes 2, to write in your answers. Please do skip back on the video to watch those again should you need. Make sure you've answered every question, spell your team name correctly, and press submit. Those will come through to me, and we'll get marking then. So I'll see you in a second.
Got to the bottom of the bottle, my head spinning like the lotto. You know I'm trying to keep it subtle, just trying to drown my sorrows. So I take another shot now, try to wash all of this pain down. Everything's blurred, it's all the same now. Easier for me to shut the pain out. I'd rather be wasted than waste my life with you. Fed up with these old faces, just looking for something new. So I drown all of my sorrows, try to drink away tomorrow. 'Cause I'd rather be wasted, wasted, wasted than to waste my love on you. It's getting late, can't wash this taste down. Got this bitter taste inside my mouth. Everything's dark and all the same now. Need a way to let the pain out. Found my serenity asleep. I woke, I always thought that you would catch me. But now the odds are stacked against me. I guess I have to set myself free. I'd rather be wasted than waste my life with you. Fed up with these old faces, just looking for something new. So I drown all of my sorrows, try to drink away tomorrow. 'Cause I'd rather be wasted, wasted, wasted than to waste my love on you. Oh, I'd rather be wasted than waste my life with you. Fed up with these old faces, just looking for something new. So I drown all of my sorrows, try to drink away tomorrow. 'Cause I'd rather be wasted, wasted, wasted than to waste my love on you. Than to waste my love on you. Than to waste my love on you. To the bottom of the bottle, my head spinning like the lotto. You know I'm trying to keep it subtle, just trying to drown my sorrows. So I take another shot now, try to wash all of this pain down. Everything's blurred, it's all the same now. Easier for me to shut the pain out. I'd rather be wasted than waste my life with you. Fed up with these old faces, just looking for something new. So I drown all of my sorrows, try to drink away tomorrow. 'Cause I'd rather be wasted, wasted, wasted than to waste my love on you. It's getting late, can't wash this taste down. Got this bitter taste inside my mouth. Everything's dark and all the same now. Need a way to let the pain out. Found my serenity asleep. I woke, I always thought that you would catch me. But now the odds are stacked against me. I guess I have to set myself free. I'd rather be wasted than waste my life with you. Fed up with these old faces, just looking for something new. So I drown all of my sorrows, try to drink away tomorrow. 'Cause I'd rather be wasted, wasted, wasted than to waste my love on you. Oh, I'd rather be wasted than waste my life with you. Fed up with these old faces, just looking for something.
We're back. I hope everyone has got their answers in. Let me take a look. There's always a couple of stragglers. You need me to say do it before it happens. Where are we? Round number 3. Responses, 57 responses, so I need about 8 left. So if you've not already submitted, please do now. Let me take a look at this. Answers look pretty good. pretty good across the board. Dan Harling's there at number 60, so only a couple more later than him. Rosanna says, hello, I'd like to protest the lack of women. I mean, it's been brought to me, Rosanna. I apologise. I thought about Missy Elliott, but again, when I looked at the lyrics, I didn't think there was enough. Get Your Freak On I could have done. And yeah, I can only apologise. There should have been more women. I can only agree. But the way that I was making it work to try and make it for everyone didn't happen. Vanda says there should have been Mary J. Blige. She was in the last round. And Ciara. I would have liked Ciara, to be honest. 1-2 Step. Was that 1-2 Step? It was, wasn't it? And Cookies, Ciara. A great period. And lots of people just talking in non-English languages in the chat. Love to see it. Everyone's having a great time. Talk all you want. Everyone's having fun. We've got a whole world of lyrics. Vanna says Lizzo. Yeah, to be honest, I should have put Lizzo in because she's from now. I should have had something more current, but that's the one mistake. My apologies. Oh well. But looking at the answers, everyone seems to be pretty good. Everyone is in, so let's see what those answers were. Number 1, name the artist. This one's from 2003. The one about kissing is Asshole, and they don't play it on the radio. It was 99 Problems by Jay-Z. So all you need to put is the artist, so Jay-Z. Number 2, from 2015, The Sad Little Man, moaning about what women are doing with their lives. That was Drake with Hotline Bling. So Drake is the correct answer there. Number 3, from the year 2000, that was my favourite rapper, Robbie Williams, from Kids. I really recommend listening to the Horn Section podcast. Robbie Williams was a guest this week, and they sort of did... sort of like a horn-led, almost reggae. It was certainly syncopated, but almost reggae-ish cover of Angels, which was wonderful. Number 4, from 2005, a great one, Gold Digger by Kanye West. The greatest artist of this or any generation, in any form. Kanye West, the answer there. Number 5, from 2004, one of the best albums. That was Fit But You Know It by The Streets. I know a lot of people, and quite a few people watching, are big fans of the first Streets album. And I mean, it is incredible. I'm a second Streets album fan, for me. A Grand Don't Come For Free, but they're both great. Number 6, from 1982, one of the original big hits of rap. That was The Message by Grandmaster Flash and the Furious 5. So I'll accept Grandmaster Flash and the Furious 5 because that's the group. I'll also accept if you just put Melly Mel because he's the person who was rapping that bit. Number 7, name the artist. 2015, the one I didn't know very well, that was Shut Up by Stormzy. He said shut up in it, that was the clue. Number 8, from 1995, one of the much referenced works of this period, classic video. What's the film called? Dangerous Minds? Something like that. It had the woman who was the Catwoman in it, Michelle Pfeiffer. I can't remember. Anyway, that was Gangster's Paradise by Coolio. I know there was featured artists, but you only needed to put Coolio. Number 9, from 2003, that was Hey Ya by Outkast. Obviously, Andre 3000 performed that, and that was sort of like an album where they did a half each, but I will only accept Outkast for that because that was the listed answer. That's how it's released everywhere. And number 10, from 1990, everyone's favourite rap song, Ice Ice Baby by Vanilla Ice. So if you've named those artists, you'll get a point for each. So it is currently 9 o'clock. I'm going to have a 10-minute break. We'll be back at 10 minutes past. If you would like to grab a drink, have a waz, we'll be back then, and we'll get going on with round 4. So I'll see you in a couple of minutes.
You're the one for me. Think anybody could see. You make my heart skip a beat when I see you smiling. Yeah, promise I'll pick up the pieces when it hurts, for better or for worse. I'll give you every moment of my every night. I'll keep hold of your heart if you keep holding mine. My every second isn't that what they say? Forever and always, forever and always. My heart beats only for you. There's nothing in this world that I wouldn't do for me to stay next to you. After all we've been through, promise I'll pick up the pieces when it hurts, for better or for worse. I'll give you every moment of my every night. I'll keep hold of your heart if you keep holding mine. My every second and my every day. What's mine is yours, isn't that what they say? Forever and always, forever and always, yeah. Promise I'll pick up the pieces when it hurts, for better or for worse. I'll give you every moment of my every night. Keep hold of your heart if you keep holding mine. My every second and my every day. What's mine is yours, isn't that what they say? Forever and always, forever and always, forever and always, forever and always, forever and always. You're the one for me. Think anybody could see. You make my heart skip a beat when I see you smiling, yeah. Promise I'll pick up the pieces when it hurts, for better or for worse. I'll give you every moment of my every night. I'll keep hold of your heart if you keep holding mine. My every second and my every day. What's mine is yours, isn't that what they say? Forever and always, forever and always. My heart beats only for you. There's nothing in this world that I wouldn't do for me to stay next to you. After all we've been through, promise I'll pick up the pieces when it hurts, for better or for worse. I'll give you every moment of my every night. I'll keep hold of your heart if you keep holding mine. My every second and my every day. What's mine is yours, isn't that what they say? Forever and always, forever and always, yeah. Promise I'll pick up the pieces when it hurts, for better or for worse. I'll give you every moment of my every night. Keep hold of your heart if you keep holding mine. My every second and my every day. What's mine is yours, isn't that what they say? Forever and always, forever and always, forever and always. You're the one for me. Think anybody could see. You make my heart skip a beat when I see you smiling, yeah. Promise I'll pick up the pieces when it hurts, for better or for worse. I'll give you every moment of my every night. I'll keep hold of your heart if you keep holding mine. My every second of my every day. What's mine is yours, isn't that what they say? Forever and always, forever and always. My heart beats only for you. There's nothing in this world that I wouldn't do for me to stay next to you after all we've been through. Promise I'll pick up the pieces when it hurts, for better or for worse. I'll give you every moment of my every night. I'll keep hold of your heart if you keep holding mine. My every second of my every day. What's mine is yours, isn't that what they say? Forever and always, forever and always, yeah. Promise I'll pick up the pieces when it hurts, for better or for worse. I'll give you every moment of my every night. Keep hold of your heart if you keep holding mine. My every second of my every day. What's mine is yours, isn't that what they say? Forever and always, forever and always, forever and always, forever and always, forever and always. You're the one for me. Think anybody could see. You make my heart skip a beat when I see you smiling, yeah. Promise I'll pick up the pieces when it hurts, for better or for worse. I'll give you every moment of my every night. I'll keep hold of your heart if you keep holding mine. My every second of my every day. What's mine is yours, isn't that what they say? Forever and always, forever and always. My heart beats only for you. There's nothing in this world that I wouldn't do for me to stay next to you after all we've been through. Promise I'll pick up the pieces when it hurts, for better or for worse. I'll give you every moment of my every night. I'll keep hold of your heart if you keep holding mine. My every second of my every day. What's mine is yours, isn't that what they say? Forever and always, forever and always, yeah. Promise I'll pick up the pieces when it hurts, for better or for worse. I'll give you every moment of my every night. Keep hold of your heart if you keep holding mine. My every second of my every day. What's mine is yours, isn't that what they say? Forever and always, forever and always, forever and always, forever and always.
And we're back. I think I've worked everything out, and like I'm quite good at marking everything. I feel very positive. I was really worried about it beforehand, to be honest. I was like, oh no, I'm just not going to have time. I thought, sack Alice for being disloyal. But no, it's all worked out. It's nice to have the help, and I'll look forward to her helping me again next week. But for now, I think I'm making it work. Obviously, some talk in the chat. I mean, at the moment, it's just people saying message retracted and having lovely conversations about their drinks. But there was some sexist comments. Don't appreciate it. I'm not saying that. Well, I am apologetic that I didn't include women in the last round. I should have. I'm normally better than that. I normally think that I am. I think there is no issue with me apologising for not doing that. It's some people have said to me that I shouldn't dignify with it, or didn't dignify a response to apologising. But I mean, I think it's completely dignified, and it's the much more dignified thing to apologise, because I normally am better than this, and I would like to be better than this in future. It's something I try and do. There's no problem about being inclusive of people, particularly in rap. And of course, even though some lyrics in rap themselves are possibly misogynist, and maybe some of the lyrics I included were misogynist, that doesn't mean that the art form itself is misogynist, though it probably does have its problems. And also, it doesn't mean that I shouldn't have included other people. I just don't like sexism in the chat. I don't like sexism in general. I don't like racism. We had racism in the chat that time before. They're both shit. Don't do them. Be cool. Understand other people's opinions. Be tolerant. And maybe learn something. The quiz is about learning things. It's about knowing things. It's about working things out. It's also about learning things. Sometimes that's just a piece of trivia you've not heard before. Hopefully also, we can learn lessons about being better to each other. But anyway, that's, I don't want to have to say these things, but sometimes you have to. Oh well. But let's get on with the fucking quiz, shall we? So, round 4, as you know, every week is something a little bit different, and I've done that again this week. You might have seen already, if you've opened up the boxes, the thing for round 4, you'll see that this is going to be similar to the postcode round we did a few weeks ago. So if you've not done it before, I will talk you through it. So I'm calling this round elementary. How it works. You're going to get a question like this. The question could be something like, Mexico City is the largest city in which continent? Of course, you think about it, you go, oh, it's in North America, right? Yeah. So that's not the answer. That's not the answer I want you to give me. I want you to think North America, the initials of that are NA. NA, of course, is a thing you get as a symbol, a chemical symbol on the chemical symbol of elements. I want you to give me the metal, the element, that those letters stand for. In this case, sodium. So in this question, Mexico City is the largest city in which continent? The answer you want to give me is sodium. In the Google Sheet, I have given a link to a table of elements, just the one on Wikipedia. I also recommend the one on YouTube. Not YouTube. Where is it? I was looking at YouTube, so I said YouTube. I can't remember what it was. Somewhere on the internet. But basically, find yourself a periodic table of elements. It's a rare thing during a quiz where I say you're allowed to Google stuff. Don't Google the answers to the questions, but you're allowed to have that extra information used as a reference point for yourself. That's what this is all about. So I'm going to give you 10 questions. Some of them will only be one-word answers. Some of them will be two-word answers. You take the initials of whatever answer you've given, and then you give me the name of the element which shares the letters of those initials. I think you understand. I think you know what's going on. I trust you. So let's get on with question 1 in this round. Question number 1. Which comedian is best known for his characters such as Tim Nice but Dim, Loads of Money, and Kevin the Teenager? Writing this earlier, I had a nice reminisce about the classic film Kevin and Perry Go Large. A great movie. Some great performances. Steve McFadden. Certainly Steve McFadden. No, top 3 Steve McFadden performances outside of EastEnders. Definitely. Eyeball Paul, of course. Superb. Just a great movie. Every time I see a bottle of vodka, I think about Eyeball Paul. I don't know why, but I do. Always thinking about Eyeball Paul. So that's question number 1. Which comedian is best known for these characters? Tim Nice but Dim, Loads of Money, and Kevin the Teenager. That's question number 1. Question number 2. Suffolk's Sutton Hoo Museum displays artefacts from which people of England who ruled between 450 and 1066? Suffolk's Sutton Hoo Museum displays artefacts from which people of England who ruled between 450 and 1066? If you've not been, Shannon says in the chat, the periodic table doesn't have names in it. I mean, it should, Shan. If you're on the Wikipedia page that I've linked, if you scroll further down, under the first heading, you'll see a full one. It will have numbers, symbols, names, the whole shebang. I recommend looking at that. The one at the top is just letters, it's just numbers and letters, but the one lower down, please look up a full version of the periodic table. What was I saying? Oh yeah, if you've not been to Sutton Hoo, get down there. There was basically it's like a cemetery, like a burial thing, where they used an upturned boat, and it's just full of goodies. Really great. We went on a particularly year 3 school trip, Kenton Primary, a particularly rainy day, as I remember. I remember the taste of a strawberry Ribena from a carton and a sort of squashed cheese sandwich in foil. Great memories. Get down to Sutton Hoo. I'm sorry, a lot of this is obviously 90s nostalgia for places in Suffolk. It's not supposed to be that. It's supposed to be an international quiz. But, still love a bit of Sutton Hoo. Proud to represent Suffolk, even if I'm living in the far more interesting county of Yorkshire. So that's question number 2. Question number 3. Which German philosopher co-wrote the Communist Manifesto with Karl Marx in 1848? Which German philosopher co-wrote the Communist Manifesto with Karl Marx in 1848? Big shout out to all the communists out there. Hope you're doing all right. That's Q3. Which German philosopher co-wrote the Communist Manifesto with Karl Marx in 1848? I think these first ones, the elements have been they're well-known symbols. Some of these are elements I've never heard of coming up. I just have to read them off the table, and hopefully they exist. Hopefully they've not been made up. I've not been sold a fake table of elements. We can't all be tin, but we'll see. So that's number 3. Number 4. Which actress, the mother of Melanie Griffith, appeared in the Hitchcock films The Birds and Marnie? Which actress, the mother of Melanie Griffith, appeared in the Hitchcock films The Birds and Marnie? Great movie about birds. Really enjoying the message retracted humour in the chat. Big fan of that. Adam says A-level Russian coming up big. Glad to hear it. What a great course the A-level Russian course is. Great days. Both times I tried to do A-levels, really learned a lot. Mr. Brock, Mr. Wilson, fantastic teachers on the subject. I was only speaking earlier today about Father Georgie Capon, who in 1905 on Bloody Sunday said, "There is no God, there is no Tsar." Powerful words. Powerful words. Freya says, too much East Anglia banter going on tonight. And that's coming from her and Nina, who are always going on about the Northwest. I think it's about time that East Anglia had its due, to be honest. But still, I apologise. It is an international quiz. It's for everyone. We've got people all around the world doing the quiz. I don't want you to feel left out. That's question number 4. Question number 5. Who was the interim coach of Arsenal in late 2019 between the tenures of Unai Emery and Mikel Arteta? Who was interim coach of Arsenal in late 2019 between the tenures of Unai Emery and Mikel Arteta? Good evening to everyone out there, of course. That's 2 questions about Arsenal tonight. Did I intend it? I don't think so, but I'm sure Dan Harling is enjoying it wherever he is. Who was the interim coach of Arsenal in late 2019 between the tenures of Unai Emery and Mikel Arteta? Freya says it is too flat, referring to East Anglia. It is. It's a very flat area. It's the magic of now living in South Yorkshire. Hilly. Very hilly. Love it. Love to see it. Beautiful. East Anglia beautiful in a different way. Love them both, but they are different. Probably prefer it here, to be honest. So that's number 5. Who was interim coach of Arsenal between those two other people? Number 6. Which beverage was subject of a 2013 false advertising lawsuit as the product did not literally give the drinker wings? Which beverage was a subject of a 2013 false advertising lawsuit as the product did not literally give the drinker wings? What only that it did. What a dream that would be. Alfred says, a lot of sky in East Anglia. He's not wrong. You cannot say fairer than that. Just seeing, got a few more donations coming in. Thank you very much again to everyone who's doing that. If you're not donated already, the PayPal link is below. Would really appreciate it if you could send a couple quid each. I do put work into this. I know it seems very natural, but I do. I mean, I spend about 5 days just stewing about it and going, and then eventually I whop out a top-notch quiz. Better than Jay and his virtual quiz anyway. That's all that matters. So that's number 6. Which beverage was subject of a 2013 false advertising lawsuit? Question number 7. What city on the Dnieper River is the 7th most populous in Europe and the capital of Ukraine? What city on the Dnieper River is the 7th most populous in Europe and the capital of Ukraine? Not the Ukraine. A lot of people say the Ukraine. It's actually just called Ukraine. I think there's only 2 countries in the world that have the in the name. One is the Gambia, and the other is somewhere. I can't remember. The Philippines, maybe? I can't remember. Even the Netherlands is just Netherlands. But certainly not the Ukraine. But what is the capital of Ukraine? That's number 7. Question number 8. Complete this famous final line from Billy Wilder's Sunset Boulevard, 1950. All right, Mr. DeMille, I'm ready for my... What? Complete this famous final line from Billy Wilder's Sunset Boulevard from 1950. All right, Mr. DeMille, I'm ready for my... What? It's a 2-word phrase. I mean, it could be 1 word with a Dutch. Maxwell says the Netherlands, boyo, and I mean he's a man who spends a lot of time in sort of the lowlands in Scandinavia, so I respect him. But I'm pretty sure I'm going to Google it. Countries with the in their name. Officially, only 2 countries out of 2018 have the in their official English country names, the Gambia and the Bahamas. However, this is because both are English-speaking nations and thus use the article in their official names for grammatical purposes. So other countries that don't speak English don't use it. I think that's how it works. Yaroslav, who, is from Russia, which is near Ukraine, certainly. Some would say too near. Am I right? Says it's argued whether it's on Ukraine or in Ukraine, which is interesting. It's why we're here, guys. We're learning from each other. That's what the whole evening's about. So that's number 8, complete that quote. Number 9, formed in California, which band, fronted by Gwen Stefani, had a 1996 number 1 with Don't Speak? Formed in California, which band, fronted by Gwen Stefani, had a 1996 number 1 with Don't Speak? Don't speak. Do 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 do. We all know it. Do 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 do. No, I've just got Don't Speak in my head. Tune. That was number 9. On to number 10. Often found on tapas menus, pulpo is the Spanish word for which animal? Often found on tapas menus, pulpo is the Spanish word for which animal? This is the one animal I would never eat. Of all the animals in the world, I think a lot of them I'd try. This one I would never eat. And that is not because of that anything physical about the animal. It's just I have too much respect for them. A lot of respect. Also, I do worry that they will take over the world one day. So, best to be wary, I think. So that's number 10, often found on tapas menus. Pulpo is the Spanish word for which animal? That is your lot. So please make sure you've answered every question, spell your team name correctly, press submit. I'll give you 3 or 4 minutes to get those answers back through to me, and I'll see you in a second.
To the bottom of the bottle, my head spinning like the lotto. I'm trying to keep it subtle, just trying to drown my sorrows. So I take another shot now, try to wash all of this pain down. Everything's blurred, it's all the same now. Easier for me to shut the pain out. I'd rather be wasted than waste my life with you. Fed up with these old faces, just looking for something new. So I drown all of my sorrows, try to drink away tomorrow. Cause I'd rather be wasted, wasted, wasted than to waste my love on you. It's getting late, can't wash this taste down. Got this bitter taste inside my mouth. Everything's dark and all the same now. Need a way to let the pain out. Found my serenity asleep. I woke, I always thought that you would catch me, but now the odds are stacked against me. I guess I have to set myself free. I'd rather be wasted than waste my life with you. Fed up with these old faces, just looking for something new. So I drown all of my sorrows, try to drink away tomorrow. Cause I'd rather be wasted, wasted, wasted than to waste my love on you. Oh, I'd rather be wasted than waste my life with you. Fed up with these old faces, just looking for something new. So I drown all of my sorrows, try to drink waste my love on you. Got to the bottom of the bottle, my head spinning like the lotto. You know I'm trying to keep it subtle, just trying to drown my sorrows. So I take another shot now, try to wash all of this pain down. Everything's blurred, it's all the same now. Easier for me to shut the pain out. I'd rather be wasted than waste my life with you. Fed up with these old faces, just looking for something new. So I drown all of my sorrows, try to drink away tomorrow. Cause I'd rather be wasted, wasted, wasted than to waste my love on you. It's getting late, can't wash this taste down. Got this bitter taste inside my mouth. Everything's dark and all the same now. Need a way to let the pain out. Found my serenity asleep. I woke, I always thought that you would catch me, but now the odds are stacked against me. I guess I have to set myself free. I'd rather be wasted than waste my life with you. Fed up with these old faces, just looking for something new. So I drown all of my sorrows, try to drink away tomorrow. Cause I'd rather be wasted, wasted, wasted than to waste my love on you. Oh, I'd rather be wasted than waste my life with you. Fed up with these old faces, just looking for something new. So I drown all of my sorrows, try to drink away tomorrow. Cause I'd rather be wasted, wasted, wasted than to waste my love on you. Than to waste my love on you.
Hey, what's up? Thank you very much. I think we've got all but 10 left to come in, so hopefully by the time I've turned this into a Google Sheet, I'll have all of those. Please get them through. We are going to run slightly longer than we have the last couple of weeks, I think, tonight. Slightly longer. I apologise for that. I do want to try and get this done every week by 10. But obviously, yeah, with it me being on my own, that is going to slow us down slightly. Luckily, that round I've just done you is going to be very, very easy to mark, I think. I hope. So we'll see what we can do. But thank you very much for doing it. Also, great team names tonight. X, I, A12, fantastic. You know, current, love that. Love to see that. Quiz Tarrant, love it. Still obsessed with quiz. Also, just loving all the chat in the chat. People just talking about Rasputin's penis. Great. Glad to push you some way. So I think we've just got a couple more to come in. Oh, Sam 10's team name is called LJ's Lovely Bed Sheets. Thanks, mate. These are my second best ones, I think, but I'm glad they're still appreciated. Okay, I think that is everyone. So let's take a look at these answers in the elementary round. So, Q number 1. Which comedian is best known for his characters such as Tim Nice but Dim, etc.? That is, of course, Harry Enfield and Chums, that TV show with those characters in. That gives you HE, and HE is helium. Lovely. Most of you seem to know how this works. Most of you got the questions right, so great. Number 2, Suffolk Sutton Hoo Museum displays artefacts from which people of England who ruled England between 450 and 1066. Of course, at the time, it wasn't like they just ruled England one big thing. There was like 7 kingdoms. Freya's in the chat. I'm sure she'll tell us more about that as an archaeologist. But those were the Anglo-Saxons. Wonderful bunch of lads. That gives you AS. AS is arsenic. Poisonous. Don't eat it. I mean, a lot of these elements don't eat. Don't eat some lead. A lot of them are bad for you. Let's just stick to carbon, please. Number 3, which German philosopher co-wrote the Communist Manifesto with Karl Marx in 1848? That was Friedrich Engels. I'm sure a lot of you got that one. That gives you Fe. Fe, of course, from the Latin ferrum, I think, is iron. Number 4, which actress, the mother of Melanie Griffith, appeared in the Hitchcock films The Birds and Marnie? That was Tippi Hedren. A great name. I don't know what her real name is. I assume she wasn't christened Tippi. Tippy's a great name. Why not? Tippi Hedren. That gives you TH. TH is thorium. Love it. The god of thunder, who of course gives us Thursday. Also comes from him. Thursday. That's number 4. Number 5. Who was interim coach of Arsenal in late 2019 between the tenures of Unai Emery and Mikel Arteta? That was the very handsome Swede, Freddie Ljungberg. He gives you FL. FL is flerovium. They've made that up. What the hell's that? I'm not seeing it. You don't see that knocking about. Flerovium? Don't think so, mate. Flerovium. That's one where the first 4, I think maybe you could have worked out the answers just by knowing things. That one, I assume you used the table that I've given you, as you should have. That's number 5. Number 6. Which beverage was subject of a 2013 false advertising lawsuit as the product did not literally give the drinker wings? That, of course, was Red Bull. That is RB. RB is rubidium. I think I got it eventually. Rubidium. Number 6. Number 7. The city on the Dnieper River that's the 7th most populous in Europe and the capital of Ukraine, of course, is Kiev. Kiev, K, I'm sure you all know, is potassium. I don't know why that is. Lead's plum bum, so it's PB, but potassium K, I'm not sure on that one. That's number 7. Number 8. Complete this famous final line from Billy Wilder's Sunset Boulevard, 1950. All right, Mr. Mill, I'm ready for my close-up. That is see you. Mel, watching this at home, will have just said see you, Jimmy, because that's what he says every time he says see you. And see you is copper. Number 9. Formed in California, which band fronted by Gwen Stefani had a 1996 number 1 with Don't Speak? Of course, that was No Doubt. That gives you ND, and ND is neodymium. They're just, what? Come on, what is that? Neodymium? Made up, mate. Number 10. Often found on tapas menus, pulpo is the Spanish word for which animal? Octopus, of course. Don't eat them. They're just so clever. I love them. Brilliant, scary aliens. Octopus gives you O, and hopefully this was an easy one to finish with. O is, of course, oxygen. Those were your answers for that round, and I can see you've all done very well, which is great. So finally, we're on to the connections round. You know it, you fun it, we've done it, we know what it is, we have fun. Let me just see what's happening in the chat. Freya says Nina's banning me from talking about Anglo-Saxons because she hates them. That's very Nina. That does sound like Nina. I think they're great, Freya, and I'd like to hear more about them. If you want to tell me more about them, that'd be great. Don't let Nina decide your life. A good rule. Anyway, so we're doing the connections round. As you know, we do this every week. How it works, if you've not done this before, you're going to be asked 9 general knowledge questions. They'll just be about anything, all the different subjects, all the ones on the Trivial Pursuit board. However, all or part of the answer to the questions will come together to give you a theme, a connection, and then question number 10 will be, what is the connection? If you get that right, you'll get 6 points for getting that correct. So 15 points available in this last round. So it's important you get the connection. Now, this is very important. Normally, in this round, I will say, text me if you think you know what the connection is, and I'll say yes or no. I'm not doing that this week because it slows us down too much. So I'm not doing it. If you send me a message about the connection, I'm not going to reply to it. I apologise. Also, I think that the connection isn't too difficult this week. It should be all right. And hopefully you'll work it out. I trust you to get it. You don't need me saying yes or no. I know how it's nice to have my approval. after the quiz, send me your usual messages saying how much you're having a great time and how much you love it. I love those ones. But these messages now for the second are going to slow us down. So we're not doing those. But if you get the connection, just give it the answer to question number 10 and that'll be fine. I've waffled for too long and it's wasted our time. So let's get on with it. So question number 1 in this round. Which common idiom is used to mean a bad experience that makes you cautious? Which common idiom is used to mean a bad experience that makes you cautious? Already got a guess from Chris Tit, cocktails. It's not cocktails. Every week someone always asks if it's cocktails, and as I said, I'm going to tell you it's not cocktails because we've already done cocktails. That one is not cocktails. That's question number 1. Which common idiom is used to mean a bad experience that makes you cautious? Question number 2. Who was the leader of China between 1949 and his death in 1976? Who was the leader of China between 1949 and his death in 1976? Doing some admin now. So that was question number 2. Who was the leader of China between 1949 and his death in 1976? Number 3. Which sitcom character once said, "I've created an atmosphere where I'm a friend first, boss second, probably an entertainer third"? Which sitcom character once said, "I've created an atmosphere where I'm friend first, boss second, probably an entertainer third"? A classic quote. Oh, I've just accidentally zoomed in. Sometimes I zoom in on my computer and I don't mean to. I've had this Mac for about 7 years and you'd think I'd learn, but I've not. I'm getting messages, people who want me to tell me if they're right with the connection. I've told you I'm not doing it. I think some of them are people joking and guessing drinks. But still, I'm ignoring them. So that was question number 3, which sitcom character said that quote. Question number 4, picture. People always like pictures, so I'm giving you a picture. There is one. What is this piece of equipment called? What is this piece of equipment called? I'm looking for a 2-word answer for that one. A lot of chat about octopuses, and mostly about the plural of octopuses in the chat, which is lovely to see. Regular player Rodri is what's the word? Marine biologist. That's the word. So a lot of chat about that. Love to see it. Pyro Tiger says, on the China question, does spelling matter? No. I mean, it might matter for the exact answer, for getting the connection, but in terms of giving you the point, not necessarily. And Freya says, Anglo-Saxon fact, there's a Wessex, a Sussex and an Essex, but no Nossex, because the Anglo-Saxons didn't get around to invading that bit. Lovely stuff, I'm sure you can agree. So that is question number 4. What is this piece of equipment called? Question number 5. Which English animator and puppeteer created the children's shows Bagpuss, Noggin the Nog, and The Clangers, amongst others? Which English animator and puppeteer created the children's shows Bagpuss, Noggin the Nog, and The Clangers, amongst others? All great shows. Again, some great chat. I mean, I'm going to just be getting lost reading the chat and the great stuff about octopuses. I think that's enough time. Question number 5. Question number 6. The 1970 album Tea for the Tillerman was released by the artist currently known as Yusuf Islam under what name? The 1970 album Tea for the Tillerman was released by the artist currently known as Yusuf Islam under what name? Tea for the Tillerman, steak for the sun. One for the woman. Chain, big chain. My cousin Harriet has sent me a picture of answer number 2, which is it's lovely, to have a statue of number 2. Number 6. Yusuf Islam recorded the album Tea for the Tillerman under what name? Question number 7. Which real-world trade organisation formed in 1600 acts as the antagonists in the Pirates of the Caribbean series of films? Which real-world trade organisation formed in 1600 act as antagonists in the Pirates of the Caribbean series of films? Guards in the chat says basically he's a chilled out entertainer, and he is. People are still sending me guesses. I'm saying don't send me guesses. That's number 7. Question number 8. Who is the only person to have won 6 F1 Drivers' Championships, a record bettered only by Michael Schumacher? Who's won 7? Who is the only person to have won 6 F1 Drivers' Championships, a record bettered only by Michael Schumacher? That's number 8. And number 9, sometimes nicknamed the City of the Big Shoulders, though I will say that's not the most common nickname for it. What is the largest city in Illinois and the 3rd most populous city in the US? Sometimes nicknamed the City of the Big Shoulders, what is the largest city in Illinois and the 3rd most populous city in the US? So that is obviously your last of your regular questions, and that will lead you to question number 10. what is the connection? So all or part of the questions will come together to give you the answer to what is the connection. Put that as question number 10, and that will give you 5 bonus points if you get that correct. So if you've got all your answers, make sure you've answered every question. If you've worked out the connection, go back, try and think of other answers that might fit, put those in. Spell your team name correctly, that'll be really useful, and then press submit, that'll come through to us. I'm going to give us 3 minutes, 3 or 4 minutes to get those in. So I'll be back with you in a second.
You're the one for me. Think anybody could see. You make my heart skip a beat when I see you smiling, yeah. Promise I'll pick up the pieces when it hurts, for better or for worse. I'll give you every moment of my every night. I'll keep hold of your heart if you keep holding mine. My every second of my every day. What's mine is yours, isn't that what they say? Forever and always. Forever and always. My heart beats only for you. There's nothing in this world that I wouldn't do for me to stay next to you after all we've been through. Promise I'll pick up the pieces when it hurts, for better or for worse. I'll give you every moment of my every night. I'll keep hold of your heart if you keep holding mine. My every second of my every day. What's mine is yours, isn't that what they say? Forever and always. Forever and always, yeah. Promise I'll pick up the pieces when it hurts, for better or for worse. I'll give you every moment of my every night. Keep hold of your heart if you keep holding mine. My every second of my every day. What's mine is yours, isn't that what they say? Forever and always. 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 You're the one for me. Think anybody could see. You make my heart skip a beat when I see you smiling, yeah.
I think that's about enough time for everyone. Thank you very much. Let me just see how we're looking. Still more than half to come in. Some very early answers. Some people in before I even checked, which is great. And a lot of people getting the connection. Not everyone, but a lot, which is good to see. I know the connections, it's a challenging bit trying to work out the connection. But I think this probably will be one that will make you kick yourself. I can see, I'm looking here and I can see Rosie's got every question correct, but hasn't got the connection. Interesting. Oh well. Anyway, so last few to come in. Got about 10, 15 more, I think. couple messages from people confirming if they've maybe got it. Still got about 10 to come in. Hurry up, guys. I want to get this show on the road and mark it. Some people are mostly just asking, have I put too many words for the connection? Don't worry about it. It's fine. And Rosie in the chat says she's Devo. I mean, I'm Devo for you, mate. To be honest, you're doing all right. Pirate Tiger says he didn't get the connection until Q8, and that's only because he worked on it. I love that. That is wonderful. And I'll have to ask you about that because I'm extremely interested. Okay, I think that is pretty much everyone in. So let's go ahead and see what these answers were. So, connections round answers. Number 1, the common idiom used to mean a bad experience makes you cautious is once bitten, twice shy. I think a lot of people I wasn't responding, but a couple of people did say, is the connection George Michael? No, it's not, sadly. Number 2, who was the leader of China between 1949 and his death in 1976? People have put variations of this answer. I'll pretty much accept every one that I've seen. But the full answer, and the one that will help you with the connection, is Chairman Mao Zedong. The different spellings of that. Chairman Mao I'll give, Mao Zedong I'll give, Zedong different spellings. I'll give those as well, don't you worry. Number 3, sitcom character who said, I've created an atmosphere where I'm a friend first, boss second, probably an entertainer third. Of course, the greatest of all time, David Brent. Inspiration. Real inspiration. That's 2 connections rounds in a row with a question about The Office and David Brent. Number 4, what is this piece of equipment called? That is a chess clock used in competitive chess. You've only got a certain amount of time to make your moves. You have to go quickly. One side moves while the other side stops. Like the end game in Beat the Chasers last week. That's number 4. Number 5, which English animator and puppeteer created the children's shows Bagpuss, Noggin the Nog and the Clangers, amongst others? That was Oliver Postgate. Number 6, the 1970 album Tea for the Tillerman by Yusuf Islam was released under what name? Of course, that is his old performing name, Cat Stevens. Number 7, which real-world trade organisation acts as the antagonist in the Pirates of the Caribbean series? That is the East India Company. Number 8, who is the only person to have won 6 F1 Drivers' Championships? That is Lewis Hamilton. And number 9, the city of the big shoulders, largest city in Illinois, 3rd most popular city in the US, is Chicago. What connects once, hair, rent, chess, Oliver, cats, company, Hamilton, and Chicago? They are all musicals. Musicals. Hope you got that. I see a lot of you did. So, give me a few minutes. Going to tot these up, work out who it is, and I'll call someone and tell them that they've won. So give me a few minutes. I'll give you the jazzy French music. All the music you've heard already tonight is by Adam Evans from Haverhill. He's only 18. He's done a very good job. I'm sure you agree. If you like his music, there's links in the description. But this is just a piece of music that I stole from the internet. You can have it for a bit. I'll be right with you. Hey, what's up? So, the scores are in. And my oh my, it is tight. It's tight out there. But again, scoring's going very well. I think people are, we've found a happy place where people are scoring well and you're enjoying yourselves. And that is what it's about, right? But a lot of scores and a lot of high scores. But one score is higher than the others. And I'm going to call one of the team captains of that team now.
Hello.
Hey, Freya Gulliver.
Hello.
Hello, you've won the quiz.
Wait a second, my signal is terrible. You're going to have to say that again, mate.
You have won the quiz.
Oh, congratulations to us.
Is that I was expecting a bit more excitement, to be honest.
Well, to be fair, it's the Anglo-Saxon knowledge that won it, wasn't it? So.
Well, probably. I mean, you say it was the Anglo-Saxon knowledge, but also you did score a perfect 55 out of 55.
Did we?
Yeah.
Oh my god, that is quite shocking, actually.
I mean, it is shocking. I mean, if it was anyone else, I would think that they'd been cheating, but Nina's the most resolutely moral person I know. And also, you're both very clever.
And I know about Anglo-Saxons.
And you know about Anglo-Saxons. So, Wandell, well done. Have you got any special words that you want to say to everyone out there that you've beaten?
Yeah, congratulations on losing to me and Nina.
Good, well done. And that's your second win now. So you're now the joint best team so far in the game.
Woo!
Well done. I will send you your prize money over soon, and thank you very much for playing.
Thank you.
My pleasure. Bye.
Thank you very much, Lewis. Bye.
So that was Freya from Teen Holy Catholic and Apostolic Church. Freya and Nina. They got every question right, which is insane. It is insane. They are very good. They've not played since like week 2. But they are really very good. Josh in the chat says, fuck, I think we got 54. I've got you on 53. There was a team on 54. That was the Minty Chocolate Haroons, the new version of the Minty Chocolate Biscuits, who came second last week on the tie break. Then there was a handful of teams that scored 53. So it was very, very tight. Clearly, I need to be throwing in some more difficult questions, maybe. But you've all scored very well. Love to see it. Very impressed by Nina and Freya and their perfect score. People in the chat are very suspicious about it. I would be suspicious, but really, Nina's very, very clever. She's really, really good. I'm her. We're probably not allowed to talk about it, but I'm her phone a friend for Millionaire, which will be on television soon. I'll let you know when that happens. Very excited about it. God says she literally didn't even care. That's what that Freya's like, to be honest. But hey. I had fun. I hope you had fun. Those are the things that matter. It's been a good quiz. Even with the relaxation on lockdown, maybe I won't, maybe I'll still probably be here next week. Quiz number 8. Please invite your friends. We're doing really well. Let's make it even bigger. I'd like 300 people to play one week. So invite new people, get more people involved. I'd really appreciate it. The people that are playing already that aren't people that I just know as friends, I appreciate you so much. Obviously, I asked in the quiz this week a question, how did you know this? I'm going to try and work out some data on that. But yeah, really, just spread the word, spread the gospel. Want to beat Jay and his rubbish virtual quiz because it's rubbish. But if you've had fun, don't be afraid to send me a couple quid. paypal.me/LJ47. The prize money will go to those guys. Some will go, a tiny bit will go to me, but most of it this week will be going to Macmillan. I've got another charity set up for next week. And I'll see you then, basically. It's been fun, as always. And I'll see you later. Love you. Bye.